What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Dave, a person battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon battle and trade Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles and talk about Pokemon, definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description. Now me and Dave are having a never-used battle today, as Dave's packing a pretty stacked-looking team. Packing, Steelix, Rotom, Meloetta, and Scrafty, which are big threats to my team. I have no switch into Hyper Voice. He has a Savali, which is pretty cool, and a Typhlosion. As I'm using a pretty fun team, the skill entry hazard stacking with Mesprit and Garbodor, Chatot with Life Orb, Scarf Emboar because who needs skill when you can use Emboar, Torterra with Rock Polish, and a FlyMZ Altaria because I'm a true man, and using Dragon Dance Altaria is cool, although Special Altaria is also pretty fun. But my opponent is going to lead off with the Master Ball Steelix. He must have worked really hard to get that Steelix. He must have been like, wow, that Steelix is definitely for me. And it must have been like his last Pokeball. Like, I don't really know why we'd put a Steelix in the Master Ball, but we'll ignore that. I noticed that his team's relatively weak to Toxic Spikes, and I actually prioritize getting Toxic Spikes over Stealth Rocks because both Scrafty and Meloetta do not appreciate Toxic Spikes. So I'm going to prioritize that with my Verless Vids, is now I'm going to switch out and bring in my Mesprit, anticipating Earthquake with my Heal Ball Mesprit. And now the Steelix is going to proceed to click Earthquake, as I'm able to avoid it with my Levitate. And now I'm just going to choose to go for Hidden Power Fire because it's my best play overall. And yes, I got this Mesprit legitimately with Hidden Power Fire and a Heal Ball. I'm just really good at this game. Like, when you're like so good at getting Pokemon legitimately, like these things just fall into your hands so easily, you know what I'm saying? So, and O-Powers are broken, so they make like catching Pokemon so easy, and or us, like, it's actually pathetic. But yeah, I can hit him Power Fire, but he looks like a split depth Steelix because he takes like very little considering I'm Life Orb and I'm Max Special Attack Modest, so I should have done a little bit more than that. So I'm considering that he's Life Orb. It's just like an assumption. So I was gonna lay up Stealth Rocks here, but I decided to bring in my Garbodor, expecting him to either Roar or bring in a way to beat Meloetta, the Mesprit. So he brings in Scrafty instead, which is what I was anticipating. I was also anticipating Rotom, but I guess Rotom was a little bit of a long shot. But Scrafty is also good for me. I can proceed to label free layer spikes here, as entry hazards are broken and his team is very susceptible to spikes. So I'm just going to proceed to lay him up as Steelix comes back in. And I'm not really afraid of Steelix because I know it can't knock me out. Earthquake can't really do too much damage to me because I am max defense, and unless he's like Adamant Steelix, considering the damage from the Hidden Power Fire, he's definitely not offensive. I can just lay up another layer of spikes. I'm not afraid of the Steelix at all, and if he roars me here, that's actually good for me, as I'm able to get a free layer of spikes, which he does, so I'm able to not switch out and take rocks damage, which he was probably anticipating, so that's fair. But now in comes my Piglet, not what he wants to roar me into, considering the Steelix. It probably will love the Flare Blitz, considering it's Steelix with its massive defense stat, but this is Reckless Emboar, so I'm not going to underestimate it. I'm going to go straight for Flare Blitz, but I kind of like forgot about Typhlosion. I'm like, damn it, I'm so stupid. Granted, in my defense, I was playing it at 2 in the morning because I am very good at managing my time and accepting battle requests at 2 in the morning. It's just what I do. So my knowledge and just my overall thinking was not on fleek like it normally is. So Typhlosion comes in, absorbs the Flare Blitzes. Now I'm going to switch into my Verless Blitzes Death Fodder, the most expendable member because he's Verless, and I'm just going to let my Garbodor die to the Fire Blast. Unfortunately, it does connect, just a little bit unlucky. I should have used Minimize a couple times, but I'm just not that good at the game. So down goes my Garbodor. I think his name's hard to pronounce, I don't really know. But I'm going to bring in my Cotton Candy here, my Altaria, as I am a Dragon Dance Altaria, and unfortunately he still has that Cock Block Steelix, and it doesn't even matter if I get a Dragon Dance up because Steelix defense stat is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake on the Steelix. I'm just going to take some spikes. I almost said Stealth Rocks. I forgot, I didn't lay up that broken move yet. Gonna go for the Earthquake onto the Steelix and do a reasonable chunk. I mean, like, I was expecting to do like 8% because it's Steelix, but like the Steelix, like I said, appears to be a Spit-Dev variant, so I'm able to whittle it down a little bit. As now I'm gonna go for Earthquake once again. I was gonna switch out, but I figured he's just probably gonna roar me again because Stealth Rocks, my team's semi-weak to him, as he lives with just a sliver of health. I was hoping I'd get like a max roll or something, but not quite. I didn't really damage Calc because I'm too lazy to do that shit. But now I'm going to bring in my Emboar here onto the Stealth Rocks. Again, that's a little bit unlucky for him as he doesn't really have an Emboar switching. But here, I just like, for some reason, I was just playing like really dumb this game. I decided to go for Flare Blitz, even though I should have just definitely clicked Superpower 100%. But I think it was because I didn't want to give Meloetta a free switch, and that's probably what it was, because if I went for Superpower, I'd be at -1. and then Metalwetta can switch in and then kind of fuck me over. So I guess that was my ideology behind it. So I guess that might make sense. But Typhlosion still gets another free switch in and takes a bunch of spikes, which is fine with me, as I do, my Altaria should be able to tank it, but the Stealth Rocks make its switch-in ability not that great. So I'm going to bring in my Altaria once again to take the Stealth Rocks, as we're able to tank them okay, and now Fire Blast shouldn't be able to 2-hit KO me at my range of health, but Fire Blast is unfortunately going to crit me. I still think it would have 2-hit KO'd me though, depending on damage rolls, and I just think it would have probably 2-hit KO'd me. So I don't think the crit really matters, but I could pretend it matters and be salty about it. So that's what I'm going to do. So my Altaria is going to faint here to the Fire Blast, as down goes my Altaria. And the Typhlosion is almost dead from poison, thankfully. Like, the Toxic Spikes are really coming through in this battle already. As now I'm going to bring in my Piglet here, my Emboar, and I'm just going to go for the Soccer Punch, I do believe, because even though I'm Choice Scarf, I know this thing probably outspeeds me, and I just want to knock this thing out before I can get more chunk damage on my Emboar, because Emboar is my win condition. Emboar destroys his team, because Emboar is a fair and balanced Pokemon in the NU metagame, like a lot of Pokemon in the NU metagame, like Scrafty. But I do have ways around the Scrafty, I do believe. I'm just going to switch out and bring in my Torterra, since my Verlis Fits are dead. So Scrafty is a little bit annoying to my team, but I'm still going to find a way to work around it. So Scrafty's going to go for the Dragon Dance now, as he's going to get his offenses going, and he's probably a Moxie Scrafty. The Toxic Spikes are definitely going to help me, because Scrafty is a rather bulky Pokemon, so one-shotting it, unless you have a Fairy or Flying move, is relatively hard, but Scrafty's going to go for Drain Punch here, as it's going to heal him for a lot, because Torterra has a decent amount of HP, and yeah, the Scrafty is going to be quite a hindrance, but I'm just going to go for the Adamant Life Orb Earthquake, because I am a Rock Polish Torterra, and I'm just going to hold back and knock this thing up, but yeah, I end up actually one-shotting it because I got a critical hit. A little bit unfortunate for Scrafty, or my opponent, but I mean, like, hey, we take those, and now my opponent is going to bring in the Slavali, a pretty big threat at this point in the game, because I don't really know what set it is, as Slavali can run a plethora of sets because it is Slavali, so he's going to take some spikes, damage, and poison, which is going to benefit me, but I'm pretty much forced to sack off my Torterra because it's at really low HP, so Torterra is going to go down to the Fire Fang. I was expecting a Flamethrower, but Fire Fang works too, as down goes my Torterra. So he's going to take more poison damage, as now I'm just going to proceed to bring in my Emboar once again. Emboar is a fair and balanced Pokemon in the NU metagame, and I just click Superpower here and knock out the Slavali. But before I click Superpower, I realized it's not very effective, so I'm like, oh, this is not a normal Slavali, what? So I click Flare Blitz instead, as he also doesn't have a switch into that move anyway. But he actually is a Fairy Slavali. I couldn't really tell. I really couldn't tell. It's supposed to be pink, right? Like, I think Fairy means pink, but it was white. Like, I couldn't tell from the sprite, so that was really weird. It was probably a glitch or something. I don't know what happened there, but in goes Metalwetta. As I'm going to go for Flare Blitz here and just knock out the Metalwetta. Metalwetta cannot take a Flare Blitz from Reckless Emboar, but now since my Emboar is dead, I should have probably saved it for the Rotom-Mow, but knocking out the Metalwetta was definitely a bigger priority on my list. But now all he has left is 6-foot Hacks, the Rotom-Mow, which he just brings out now, which is hilarious. I just found that so funny that the rest of his nicknames were like nothing, it was regular, and then he nicknamed it Rotom-Mow 6-foot Hacks. Like, he actually followed the meme I saw like 2 months ago, so props to you, bro. I'm going to go for the Life Orb Boom Burst here with my Chatot, as now my opponent's just going to go for the Volt Switch and, knock me out. I was hoping my Boom Burst would do a lot more damage, but this Rotom-Mow appears to be a Spadef variant, which is the one variant that could potentially win him the game, because I do believe Life Orb Boom Burst is a lot more powerful than Life Orb Psychic from Esprit, and I don't carry Ice Beam, unfortunately, because Ice Beam would be too good to be true. I just carry Hidden Power Fire because Escavalier is broken in RU, and it's just useful for Pharaoh Seed, but we're actually able to knock out the Rotom-Mow with the Psychic, thankfully, and we're actually able to win the battle against Dave, so it was a really close battle. I could have definitely played some turns better, but what can you really do about that? But thank you guys so much for watching till the end. If you enjoyed the battle and want to support my channel, please be sure to hit the like button. Continental, crush that like button, as it means the world to me, and your guys' support has been outstanding lately. The likes in the comments, I read all your comments, and I love your support, and thank you guys a lot. And yeah, the question of the day is going to be, which Pokemon ability describes you the most? Now I'm talking about Pokemon abilities like, Thick Fat, or like, Truant and stuff like that. This is more of a fun question of the day. Now, I would have to say the ability that describes me the most has got to be definitely Insomnia, because I never sleep. Like, I literally get 3 to 4 hours of sleep each and every night, and rarely I get the nice 6 hours, but usually I'm stuck with very little sleep. And I know it's not really what insomnia is, but I mean, like, low-key, that is insomnia. So yeah, the best ability that describes me is definitely insomnia, but let me know in the comments below which ability describes you the most from the Pokemon series. And yeah, I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.